Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a superpower for achieving success, while others stay stuck in the same routine, struggling to move forward? The answer might be something you already have inside you, but maybe you've never learned how to use it the right way: your mind. Neuroscience reveals that our brain works like software, and with the right updates, you can reprogram it to reach insane levels of focus, productivity, and achievement. But here's the secret no one tells you. Success doesn't start with massive actions. It starts with small adjustments to your habits and how you handle dopamine, the neurotransmitter that controls motivation and reward. Think of it like driving a high-performance car with the parking brake on. No matter how hard you hit the gas, you're not going anywhere fast. That's your mind when it's overloaded with distractions, multitasking, and instant gratification. Social media, notifications, and the urge to do a million things at once. They're the parking brake holding you back from reaching a flow state, where the magic happens. But what if I told you there's a way to release the brake and rewire your mind for success? A method that blends mindfulness, dopamine resets, and neuroscience-backed strategies to transform your productivity and your life. Dopamine is like an invisible conductor, directing your attention and focus. Whenever something catches your interest, whether it's a phone notification or a challenging task, dopamine kicks in, making you feel rewarded. But here's the catch. The same dopamine that helps you focus can also pull you into distractions, especially when social media offers quick and easy gratification. So the key is learning how to redirect that energy toward what actually matters. Picture this. You're working on something important, but your phone buzzes. The temptation to check it is huge because your brain craves that instant reward. The solution? Control your environment. Turn off notifications, use apps that block social media, and set up a workspace that keeps distractions to a minimum. That way, instead of wasting your dopamine on random interruptions, you channel it into deep focus, tapping into that legendary flow state where you're at your absolute best. But what if the distraction isn't external? What if your own mind keeps wandering? This is where mindfulness techniques like meditation can be a game changer. Training yourself to recognize when you're losing focus and bringing your mind back can turn dopamine into a tool for peak performance instead of a source of endless distractions. In today's digital world, our brains are constantly bombarded with quick dopamine hits from social media, games, and multitasking. Over time, this makes slower, more meaningful tasks, like reading, studying, or working on a big project, feel boring and unmotivating. That's why a dopamine reset is so powerful. Think about this. What if you went a full day without social media or any digital entertainment? Sounds tough, right? But that break allows your brain to recalibrate. Instead of chasing fast rewards, you start appreciating deeper, more satisfying achievements, like finishing a task that actually matters. And you don't have to go all in at once. Start small. Try 1 hour a day without distractions, then gradually increase it. The goal is to train your brain to find satisfaction in real progress, not just quick dopamine spikes. Before you know it, even deep, focused work will feel rewarding again. Taking breaks is crucial for maintaining focus, but not all breaks are created equal. If you're scrolling through social media during every break, you're not actually resting. You're just overloading your brain even more. Instead, try boring breaks. Yes, the kind that seem uneventful, but actually give your brain the rest it needs. Things like taking a short walk without looking at your phone, stretching or just sitting in silence for a few minutes, staring out the window and letting your mind wander. Neuroscience shows that these simple pauses help reduce dopamine overload, allowing your brain to recover and get ready for another deep focus session. For a practical approach, try the Pomodoro technique. Work for 50 minutes, then take a 10-minute break. But here's the trick. Avoid overstimulating activities during your break. No emails, no news, no TikTok. Keep it simple, and you'll come back feeling refreshed and ready to crush your next task. Those tiny moments between tasks, the ones you usually fill by checking your phone, are actually golden opportunities to build better habits. Instead of getting lost in distractions, use them to reinforce your focus and mindfulness. Example, you just finished a meeting and you have 5 minutes before your next task. Instead of scrolling Instagram, Try a 2-minute meditation or deep breathing exercise. These small resets help keep your mind clear and your dopamine balanced. Even tiny actions, like organizing your desk, drinking water, or jotting down a quick idea, can create momentum and keep you in the zone. The secret is using these transitions intentionally, so you don't fall into the trap of mindless multitasking. Multitasking seems productive, but it's actually a massive lie. Jumping between tasks drains your energy, increases mistakes, and slows you down. Single tasking, focusing on one thing at a time, is the real key to efficiency. Think about it. Writing an important email while texting a friend and checking notifications. You're dividing your attention, and the results will show it. Now, imagine giving that email your full focus, then having a distraction-free conversation. The quality of both improves. Try the time blocking technique. Set specific time slots for each task, and commit to doing only that one thing during that period. If a distraction pops up, write it down and get back to work. Over time, single tasking not only makes you more productive, but also makes work more enjoyable. Because nothing feels better than finishing something with full attention and excellence. The flow state is that magical zone where time disappears, focus is effortless, and you're operating at peak performance. Neuroscience shows that this happens when you balance challenge and skill while keeping dopamine on your side. To reach flow, you need 3 things: eliminate distractions, turn off notifications, find a quiet space, and set clear goals. Choose the right task. It should be challenging enough to engage you, but not so hard that it feels impossible. Delay gratification. Instead of chasing quick dopamine hits, stay focused on the long-term reward of completing your work. Think of a musician completely lost in their music. That's the flow state. You can create that same experience with any work if you set yourself up for it. Now that you know how to rewire your brain for success, the real question is, what are you going to do with this knowledge? Will you keep letting distractions and instant gratification run your life? Or will you start applying these strategies today, taking control of your focus and unlocking your full potential? Imagine yourself 6 months from now. If you start today, practicing single tasking, optimizing your breaks, resetting your dopamine, where could you be? This transformation is in your hands. So, what's the first strategy you'll try? Drop a comment and let me know. And if you want to keep learning how to master your mind and achieve success, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because your journey to becoming your best self is just getting started, and you don't want to miss a thing.